Hey, what's up? I am Shelby, and in this video I want to talk about the 5 best investments that I have made for my YouTube channel. Investments that have helped me to grow my YouTube channel, create more effective videos, and generally be a more productive and happy YouTuber. This video is brought to you by vfxnut.com. I will have a link to them in the description. They provide titles, transitions, effects, and everything else for Final Cut Pro X. I will talk a little bit more about them later. This is Channel Notes, a channel dedicated to helping YouTubers that want to educate and inspire to thrive on YouTube. If you're interested in regular videos on doing YouTube, click the subscribe button to join the Channel Notes community. And let's get straight into the video. The first thing that I've invested in that has made a big difference to my YouTube journey is Things 3. So this is actually a to-do list app, and it helps me to keep my life together personally and professionally on YouTube. Every time that I want to create a new video, I duplicate a little list that I've made in Things 3, which is create a new video. I retitle it with the video that I am creating, and then I work through that checklist step by step until that video is published. If I ever get that fuzzy feeling throughout that process of creating a video, I just revisit that list and it tells me exactly what I need to do next. So it helps me to be far more productive because I can get things progressed easier, and it helps me when I hit any roadblocks because I can just always revisit that checklist. This checklist helps me to create more high quality thought out videos because I have all the steps I could possibly need within that checklist, and also I'm a more productive YouTuber and more organized because of it. The next best investment that I have made, probably the biggest investment that I've made, is upgrading my computer and getting Final Cut Pro X. I used to work on this old computer and it was so slow. I don't know how I ever got through those times when I think back on it. It took like 5 hours to export a video, and actually making any cuts, I remember like I'd press to cut and then it would just like wait and it'd load until that cut was actually made. It was a bloody process. At some point I was like, I can't do this. So I decided to splash out and I bought my big Mac computer, which you guys have probably seen in the background of my videos before. It's been amazing and I love it, and I also got Final Cut Pro X. I used to use Adobe Premiere, and Final Cut Pro X is a much smoother experience for me. Honestly, that investment was so worth it. I'm not saying that you need to run out and get a Mac and Final Cut Pro X, but it certainly made a difference on my YouTube journey. The next best investment that I've made are titles, transitions, and effects. So this video is actually sponsored by VFX Nut. They have a ton of transitions, effects, and just general things to make your videos more engaging on their website. They have titles like this, which if you watch my main channel, I use all the time, and then they have effects like this, and this, and this, and this, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. They have a literal YouTubers bundle with all the stuff that you could possibly need as a YouTuber, so I'll have a link to VFX Nut below if you want to go and check them out. Investing in good titles, transitions, and effects has made the editing process a whole lot easier for me, and makes creating an engaging video a lot easier because you can just drag and drop stuff onto your timeline, as well as color effects in particular actually make a big difference in the branding of your channel, which I've talked a little bit about before. The next best investment that I have made for my YouTube channel is actually a writing software, and it's called Ulysses, I believe. That's how you say it. Ulysses is where I do all of my video planning, and it makes my life so much easier. I'll give you a quick look at my setup and maybe you can understand why. I actually used to use Evernote, but I found Evernote was too cluttered. It just had almost too many things that it did, and I felt like it was unusable. So I transitioned to Ulysses, which is far more minimalistic, and it's just far easier to use for me. It works in my mind the way it's organized. It's made the whole video planning process a lot easier because everything is so organized, and I feel so much more on top of it because of this program. And the last investment is an extra battery / memory card. So this is a bit of a general one, but having an extra battery on hand honestly has saved my life. Last weekend I filmed like almost all weekend, and having that extra battery and memory card was an absolute lifesaver. I have two 64 gig memory cards, but I just switch between the two so that I never get to that point where I'm like in the middle of a video and then I'm like, oh, well, I have no memory left. I'm gonna have to like transition it all to my computer and then reset it and then put the memory card in, wasting a ton of my time. And instead I can just take out my memory card, put in the next, and same with the battery. If you are interested in getting some transitions, titles, and effects, be sure to check out VFX Nut listed in the description below. If you liked this video, you might also like my video on 3 things that are hurting your YouTube growth. I'm gonna have it linked on the screen and below. For more videos on how to do YouTube, click the subscribe button to join the Channel Notes community. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you soon.